little Eddie Van Halen. As I was saying, this Van Halen DVD was done a while ago, and originally I thought some of the stuff on there would be a little too advanced to try to go into, like a lot of the eruption stuff. But it's been a while, and I thought I would try to do a couple little updates. One of the things for years, me as well as many others have thought that the Van Halen tone, especially for the first few albums, was some of the most amazing tone that I've ever heard. I could just feel the way it sounded and, chase that for years. But to really get it, it's been well documented what he did, how he got that tone. But you have to have, a 100-watt Marshall with some very precise things, the way he got that tone, using a variac and everything else. However, nowadays with the technology like it has, I've gone through dozens of tube amps trying to find my particular tone, but actually I've settled on the Fractal audio. Now has the modeling has come so far that it feels just like any amp. And this model I'm using right here is straight off of a preset. It's a JCM 800 model, and I'll tell you, after playing through many JCM 800s in my life, I think it feels and sounds better than most of the ones that I had played through. So they've done amazing stuff. The ability to turn down the volume and get changes in just like a tube amp would do. Well, now this one's not on the DVD, but a couple of cool things about it. This song, he tuned down to the drop D tuning, which is if you take the low E string and tune it down to match your D string, it comes like that. And the way he plays this, the main riff on this song is by chugging on the low E string that's tuned to drop D. And then it's like an A chord, only you just like you were barring an A chord, but you're doing it a half step up in the B flat. And then you're doing that suspended third. It's this chord. So and then you shift that shape up 2 steps and 2 more steps. So that's all it is. Right? So it starts on the D shape here, right? Which would be the 7th fret. So it's, and then it shifts down to that one. And then it goes up here to the same thing. And now you can come back down to the 5th fret and do, or you can do like an F chord to a C chord. I have my volume just barely cracked, so it's not too distorted. All right, so that's the figure, and then you're just alternating with the chugs on the low D string. The open D, which is really your E string tuned down again. All right, and just a little of the verse parts is, it's a, he hammers a C to a D and alternates with the low. And then he slides in. That's the first time. The second time he does the same, starts with the, and then he slides back, just like he does in that F to the C figure I showed you. And then the other part of that song is, this is where it gets really weird, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time. He's in the key of drop D tuning. You're doing a G and a D note, which is really a G chord, but he's doing two half of the same chord. The top part and the lower part. That's a G chord when you're in open. So he goes, and so he does these slides here. And then he slides, changes positions all the way up to the 7th position and does a similar. And then you're back right out of that last walk down. That's why people love the drop D tuning. When you tune this down, it makes you be able to do bar the top bottom two strings are kind of, and that gives you that feel. All right, that's a little fun with that one, just for a little giggles.